Good morning, welcome to Natasha Makes. I'm Natasha McCarthy, and you join us this morning with lots of quick makes. Now, how many of them we'll get through today? How many we'll have to move on to tomorrow? We've got a gorgeous bag to make tomorrow out of velvet with some stunning frames that are absolutely gorgeous. But today, quick, easy makes that are absolutely gorgeous. You can use PU, you can use cork, and I've got some incredible bundles. So let's see where we get to today. Like I say, anything we don't manage to make today, we can make tomorrow. It's no problem at all. We can be a little bit flexible with this today. Now, you know that when I like something and make a lot of them, especially when they're quick and easy, and these will now go into my cupboard of when I need a present. I want to show you these because they are just so gorgeous. We're not live today, by the way, just in case any of you are wondering. No. We are quilting with Jane today. So if you'd ever like to join us, we're just about to finish this quilt. If you'd ever like to join us, you can. If you go to the membership part of our website, natashamakes.com, then you can join myself or Jane's subscription. They're both $6.99 for the month, and you get a workshop, a Zoom workshop, with either myself or Jane. Well, we make all sorts of goodies, and that's for just $6.99 a month. And there's all sorts of other patterns and things that you get access to as well. Now, these are possibly the cutest thing I've made and seen in quite some time. I've done them with velvet. Gift cards. Perfect. Absolutely blinking perfect. If I was thinking about this as well the other day, if you wanted, if you've got any of those, then you could always, I've got silver ones here, pop another little hole in there and have it so that it attached to things. But these are minute makes. Honestly, they are so super quick and easy. And you've asked for rivets and all that kind of bobbins that goes with it, and I've got it for you today. There's a lot to show you today, but look, we've made these with all different sorts of cork. I went through all of my scraps. I'm not going to lie, I went through all of my scraps. So this was a PU and a fabric one. This is another velvety one. Actually, that needs edge coating. This is another velvet one. And here I use the selvage of the cork where it goes into different textures just to give him another bit of a look. And then this one is PU with a Liberty fabric in there. So we've got all sorts here, all the same, and yet so very, very different. I love the Liberty ones and the velvet ones. Oh, they're just gorgeous. So that's what we're making today. Just brilliant. Easy peasy. And then, the other thing that I've got for you today are these. And these are, well, this one's made out of velvet, would you believe? These are elasticated lanyards. This one is a Liberty one. That's made out of the scraps from the bag. The bad duck I made that last week. That's made out of those scraps from that. This is the absolute perfect scrap make. Scrap buster make. Oh yeah. And then again, how gorgeous. You can make these out of your 2.5 inch strips. I am just trying to remember where I put. I had a whole load of Kaif 2.5 inch strips which are perfect for this. Do check them out on the website. I've put them somewhere. Really helpful. Where have I put them? Oh, they're down here. I've got 2 different types, but you get 10 strips. You would make 20 out of these 10 strips. And they're on a cracking deal, so you do want to have a little look at these. So this would make you 20, and they are absolutely perfect for this. Got your stripes in there, that would be a fun one. You've got all sorts of incredible, bright, beautiful fabrics, which for these are just perfect. And like I say, out of 10 2.5-inch strips, you would make 20 of these. Well, there you go, that would have helped if I'd just held it there, wouldn't it? Could have flicked through it beautifully. Anyway, I've got 2 different colourways of these, and they are on a super special deal, so please do check these out on the website, natashamakes.com. That is the last of those fabrics. There's no more of those. No more at all. Let's look at these very, very briefly, because I brought these about for you today because I know a lot of you had bought the lanyard kit, the inch fob kits. So I was like, right, okay, I need to do something for all of those people that had bought the fob kits on the Friday deal. And then, whoops, these ones arrived. And here you get your pliers, you get guards for them, and then you get 18. So there's 6 different colours and 3 of each. So you've got rainbow, you've got gold, you've got nickel-y coloured ones there, you've got antique-y coloured ones, you've got like a darker silver, and then you've got a matte black, a gunmetal black there as well. So you've got, I've got them mixed up, but you've got all of those. So you've got 18 fobs and fob pliers and protectors in this kit. So do take a look. Now, if you've got all of this gubbins, or if you're happy just to use a hammer, which you can, I'd put a bit of felt or some fabric over the top first, for sure. And you just want to top up, then I have got 6 different coloured fobs here. So you've got your rainbow, you've got your nickel, you've got your gold, you've got your antique, you've got your gunmetal and your black, matte black. They are your 6 different colours. If you're buying the ones with the fobs, then you get 3 lots of each of those. Whew. And also, for today's make, I have got bodkin threaders, whatever you want to call them, set of 2 and 1 metre of elastic. 1 metre of elastic will make you at least 4 of these. And you can also get this elastic by the metre on a continuous cut as well. You're going to see how we're going to use all of these. Now. For the bears, and you'll see this in a minute as well, I have got for you rivets. Now you can do their eyes out of just rivets. You don't have to have special rivets for their eyes. I do, obviously, somewhere. Ah, here we go. I've got little gold ones, the gold ones that I've used, or black ones, sets of 10. I've got to decant these. So if you would like rhinestone rivets, you can get those, or if you can just use these ones. You've got black ones in there for over eyes if you want. It's entirely up to you. This comes with a single hole punch. This is the first time that we have had this on the show as well. So you'd be able to make your bears, because look, you've got to make little holes here. We'll get to that in a minute. They are my rivets, so we're not gonna have those. Let's put these away. So yeah, you keep asking for rivets. We sold out the other day. I said I'd get more. Here they are. and a handy little punch comes with those as well. And then the poppers, the press studs, whatever you want to call them, that I need to top up on mine because I used all my silver and my gold ones on those because they went with the rhinestones. However, if you would like to get a set like this with your bronzy coloured, your gold colour, your gold colour, your gunmetal and your nickel silver coloured, then I've got this set here as well for sale today. Not this one, that's mine. You'll get a full set, you lucky things. Whew. Right, okay. Let's have a look then at today's make. Now, like I say, with today's make, you can, oh, and the other thing we're going to make, if we get time, and it might be that we have to move this into tomorrow's show, because I think I want to make a little edit to this. Now, this is another reason that I wanted the lanyard, so you've got like the wristlety bit. You can make these, you know how we adhere everything, you can either do this one of two ways. You can either adhere your fabric to your PU and then just pop a zip in, or you can line it properly. I'm going to show you how to line it properly, which might be tomorrow's show. But then you've got a little tab there. These are really, really handy. Just so handy for your phone or whatever. Keys, anything really. But that might be the bit that's tomorrow's show. But it sort of goes with today's show. But these kits would make the bears. They would make those pouches, the phone pouches, the phone wristlets, or they would make the handy one. In fact, we've got another of these kits. We've got more of these kits. This is the handy one. This is the other thing to say today, okay? So, we have in the past made lots of things using mylar templates. What's a mylar template look like? And cork. This is a mylar template. So we've done lots and lots and lots of makes where you draw around that, like we're about to do with the bear, basically, with your cork that's had fabric fused onto the back. I'm going to show you how to do that today. We have got lots of different makes that we have done like that. For example, the handy one. Is that the handy one? Can't remember now. Look, I found a box. We have done gorgeous wallets. I love that one. And these come with mylar templates. And we've done those in all different colours. We have done the little trinket bowls. Again, you're going to need your rivets for that. Perfect. We've got some of these actually in tomorrow's Wednesday sale. Wednesday is a sample sale. So this is anything that you see with a sticker on, like that bag there, that bag. In fact, yeah, most apart from that are on the sale, in the sale. We have done pencil cases. Again, beautiful fabrics in those. We've got templates for that. What else have we done? Oh, this was a nice one. This is the phone and money bag, because all you need to do is pop your phone in there, pop a tenner in there, or dog poo bags or whatever it is that you've got. And away you go. With whatever strap length you wish, because another of the ones that we've got is your bag strap templates. And we have used these on numerous occasions for numerous things. We use this template to close our wax wraps and things like that. What else have I got? Oh, I did a whole load of these ones. This is one of my sample boxes, you see, it all just gets thrown in here. Absolutely glorious, these were. I've done them with velvet, I've done them with fabric, I've done them with all sorts of things. That one's not even finished. We've done lanyards before. We do have a lanyard one template as well. Got these ones, you pop your cards in there. They were very popular. Oh, not quite as popular as this one though. This one was so easy. Look, because this doesn't have to be a sewn make at all. Look, it just pops out like that. Josh and I made hundreds of these for his daughter's birthday, and we did these. We popped little, you know, the little tattoo things. Like you get little cards of tattoos. I'm struggling. I've damaged my thumb, and I'm trying to let the air get to it. Good evening, Josh. I was just explaining about these that we did for Lucy's birthday.
Yeah.
We did them out of glitter PU, didn't we? And stuffed them
shiny and sparkly
and fabulous.
Very cool.
And stuffed them full of temporary tattoo little cards, didn't we? Transfers. And that went down an absolute treat. Perfect for gift cards, things like that. I've wrestled with it because that's really painful to do with my thumb. I was just showing. We've got these on a 3 for 2. All of these different template things. Oh, this was brilliant. Everyone got one of these for Christmas. You got one of these for Christmas, didn't you?
A little card holder.
Yeah, and I put in them, I don't know if we've got any of them left. The
multi-tool.
Yeah, the multi-tool.
Credit card tool thing.
Yeah, which is so handy.
Yeah.
These have been such incredible sellers. And they're just brilliant.
Cool.
They're very cool.
Flip around the cork and the material as well.
Yeah. I need to actually get some of these out on display because they're getting a bit damaged in here. They're getting a bit squashed. And that is no good. I don't like it when stuff gets squashed. Oh no, maybe this was the really useful one. I can't remember which was the really useful one. Maybe this was the handy one.
Useful.
The handy one or the really useful one. But anyway, we've got Mylar templates for a lot of these. And they are on a 3 for 2 today. So do grab a look. Oh yeah, this was the first money and foam bag that I did. And I did it with velvet. Leopard print velvet. I did a couple like this. Mike's mother-in-law had one for her birthday. She loved it. Because it's perfect for dog walking. You've got your phone in case there's an emergency. You've got your money so you can grab a cup of coffee. And away you go. You're laughing. We've made lots of stuff out of cork, haven't we? It's good.
Yeah.
I was just having a little rummage through my sample box, seeing what I'd got in here. Yeah, you see, so this is the one that folds up. You fold it across. Got to remember now, you fold it up. Is it that way? Yeah. No, round like that, and then that's the flap that then folds down. Yeah. Oh, they're great. And they've all got little videos when they were demonstrated, all that kind of thing. Anyway, I need that. I love this one. This is one of...
Not a sample, it's a live.
I know, look. But it's got Kaufman fabric in there. And I love it. I do have another sample of this that I might have accidentally kept. La, 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 la. Look, honestly, you have no idea what it was like going, well, we'll just sell some. This one will be up for sale. It's got a sticker on it. This is Wednesday's show.
Cool.
I know. I'm a little bit... I'm not here Wednesday, I'm at a funeral. So Wednesdays is a pre-recorded show, just to warn you, but it's a sample sale. Izzy and I reckon we've got nearly 100 different sample items on that show.
Conservatively, I'd say. There are quite a few.
There are quite a few. Now, a lot of you have taken advantage of our 3 for 2 that we had on cork. However, we have got new cork in. And I know that some of you might want to just try a bit of the cork. So we have done a bit of a deal on fat quarters of cork.
Ooh.
We've got silver, so this is as a bundle. The deal is on the bundle. We've got our silver sparkle cork. We have our small grain. We have our large grain. We have our gold. Woot woo. And we have our large grain. She's got a couple of sparkles in there, 2 large grains, one which is dark, a small grain, and then the rainbow one. And this is the new one here. This is the new one here, which is the black one. Let me show you these on a little close up. Aren't they fun?
Is it like a black and white fleck?
Yeah. So you know how that one's got the rainbow one?
Yeah.
Because we sold out of that, didn't we, when we did the NEC? That was brand new.
Yeah.
And everyone went crazy for it, and we sold out of it. It's now back in stock. But this is new. We've never had this before. So this is sort of monotone black and white fleck through there. So that's exciting. So if you would like to try all of these, there we go. Then this is your chance, and you'd get sent a fat quarter of all of those.
Ooh, that can
Yeah.
make a lot of projects.
A lot of project. You'd do your bag bases, you'd do those projects that I've just shown you.
Handles.
Handles, yeah, handles. Cork handles save you a lot of money, by the way. A lot of money. Just saying. Right. And so, when paired with the likes of Heat and Bond, which is what I'm about to show you, you can back it with fabric. So, this is the template for the bear. It will work with all of these. This will work with most of those projects that we've got you there. And it means that you can back it with gorgeous fabric. So this is Liberty. I've backed this with Liberty. Going to have a Liberty
Why
bear.
wouldn't you?
Well, exactly. A Liberty bear. Why have I made so many? Some are honest time. Some are going to, look at that. It's going to be so pretty. Some of these are going in my present cupboard for when we need a gift in a hurry. Gift voucher in there, bosh, job done. Child happy. Yes? And I'm taking on a shelf in a shop
Oh, of course, yeah.
with handmade items, which I'm very excited about. So these will be absolutely perfect. Let me show you these bundles. Wiz has just given them a letter. So this is A. So for A, you will get a fat quarter. These have all got 2 PU pieces. They're either A4 or American A4 size, which is a bit different.
Letter, isn't it?
Yeah, it's around that size. And a fat quarter of fabric. Okay.
Letter, is it legal?
I don't know, but it's not quite an A4. It's a bit longer. It's a little bit different, but not far off. So that's A. I think Wiz put these in packets and then went, no, she's going to have to show them, and gave up. But bear with me for the ones that she hasn't. I like this. Look at that shimmery one. And then you've got a fat quarter of Lisa Chandler. These, like I say, are on the website. Poor Gemma will be frantically trying to load all of these. Going, how many things has she put on the show? Oh, so this would do, you know that bag I just showed you? This is the bundle that did that. We've had this before. Only I've done it with a white sparkly one. There you go. Because there's white sparkly stuff in there. So it's a variation of. But these are really handy little bundles to have. Because you can do... Oh, hang on. What else haven't I shown? You know what these are also really good for? You know the little heart-shaped cable tidies?
Yeah.
I don't know what I... Heart-shaped. You know why I haven't got any?
It's all been used.
Yeah. That's exactly why I don't have any, Josh. Because they're so handy. I'm just looking around to see if there are any knocking about anywhere. Now this... How cool are these? So you would back it in a bit of Liberty.
Yeah, that's funky.
We couldn't bring ourselves to just put a plain with any of these. Even the plain isn't plain. We've got like maybe 2 of each of these. Depends if I've used them. Some we've got 4. Maximum we've got is 4. This one, like I say, even the plain isn't plain. This is a textured, like a linen texture plain that went with this one. But Josh, could you imagine having a bubbly bear with red ears?
That's very nice.
Wouldn't that be really cute?
Yeah.
Really gorgeous. Or a stripy bear.
There's so many combinations and they're all good.
They're all good. I know. Wiz and I were here on Thursday going, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And this, and this, and this, and this, and this.
The selection you got in the bag. It's just so much variety.
I know, I know, I know. This one. Oh, I love this one. We both looked and went, that's not wrong. That's so right. Look, little flowers. But in exactly the colours that are here.
Yeah.
So imagine doing your bags or your bowls or any of these things. These just make me happy. If you're doing the bears out of these, they are going to make people happy. Your Lucy would love a stripy bear, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Now we couldn't resist this because we had a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of Tula Pink left. But look at the Tula Pink with that. It's all the right,
It really is.
isn't it?
Yeah.
We wanted to put it with more and we didn't have enough. So we had to choose. We had to choose. It was like choosing a favourite child. But the tones, these are slightly more pastel than the other ones. So we're like, right, we can go with that one. And then Wiz gave up putting them in packets. FG. So H. Now these are slightly suede effect ones with that. I'm just looking around for... Oh, where's my suede bag? Josh, could you run to the photo box, please?
Suede bag.
There's a suede bag just to the right to the right hand side, probably on the floor, with a lovely, lovely strap.
Okay.
It's in brown suede type leather. Thank you. And that's what these are absolutely perfect for. Those makes perfect. But this is a really soft suede. I did these ones. I used these ones for the bags that you're going to see in a minute. I would, either do it for that make because this is slightly stickier to sew with. These will sew up any of them. I would use these on the ones that are more no-sew or where you're sewing on the underside. And this is just perfect with these, look. How smart is that fabric with those? Really, really, really striking. Really striking. That's I. And then this one is J. So again, 2 faux leather and a half meter fat quarter. So these ones here make this project here just perfectly, absolutely perfectly. And we loved these so much. Just trying to think, well, yeah, it is just like back cut in half. That was all we did. There was just the simplest, easiest make. We've got some of these type straps for sale. We've got some with the screw and D-rings. These are brilliant because you can just interchange them with different bags, which we love. And then this bundle, you've got the star on this. And again, just a really smart bundle.
Matching our shoes.
That's K. And then this, this is lovely because this is Liberty. Okay, look at that.
Ooh.
I know. It's so pretty.
Pops really nicely.
With the ditzy fabrics there, I fell in love with that and I absolutely It's one of those shows, Josh, where I don't mind if it doesn't sell because I will keep it and make them myself because I know that I can make and sell. These make and sell like you would not believe.
Yeah.
And they sell expensive as well.
Really versatile.
Yeah. But look at this. So you get the tealy one and the brown one. But how beautifully does that Liberty go with it?
Mm-hmm.
It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. We've been lambing today, haven't we, Josh?
Yeah.
Been
Variety.
lovely. Yeah.
And puppying, whatever you call
Copying.
that.
Normal, standard. Oh no, they had. We went to see a friend's farm, and they had little.
8-week-old collie puppies.
They're just ridiculous.
They're brilliant.
Everywhere.
It's so much fun.
Everywhere you looked, these puppies had got everywhere.
Trouble.
With a capital tr.
Super cute and just chubby and chunky.
I didn't sniff one, but I bet they smell amazing.
They're definitely farm puppies.
Oh, okay.
Not box fresh.
Okay. Right. Anyway, this bundle, more Liberty, looking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Can we all agree?
Mm-hmm.
You have to agree because I'm right. That's how that one goes. Oh, and then instead of having 2 individual pieces, the same amount of faux leather but in a continuous piece because it came on a roll, which it doesn't normally do for us. Not like this, not like swanky wit woo stuff.
Very nice.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah.
And look, that is rather lovely. I've got the offcut of that and I'm very excited to use it. I might do, I think, one of the trinket bowls and do gold rivets. So you've got that on the outside and then you've got that on the inside, but you see, gorgeous. And then I made one of the bears out of this combo. Did you see it?
Which one's this? Yeah. And you.
How cute does he look? So you see, you can do all of that. So do take a look at these. They are all there for the, for the taking, for the buying. Just knock something over. Right, okay, let's, just aware of time. This one isn't going to be a long one today. So. I'm going to make the bag portion tomorrow, I think. We'll do double bags tomorrow. For those of you that are new that haven't seen this, what I would really suggest, if you're using faux leather or you're using our cork, whichever one you're using, this is how you layer it up. So, your cork or faux leather face down. Then you put your heat and bond, and then you put your fabric. Now you can cut them all to the same size, try a little bit of steam, and that will bond it. Okay, that will bond it, you can see. And because it melts, the heat and bond just melts into it. Now, if you want to just go straight in with that. Oh no, where is it? I normally press onto a silicone mat underneath. And then you see, all you need to do is then get you a little bit. Oh, this was what I did with the other one, because the gold had sort of splattered through onto there. Did you see the one with the leopard print? Yeah, the leopard print, but the gold had, it just worked. So I just used it because why not? But that's more of a clean break there. I would use on these something like this, which is one of our heat erasable pens, which just means that you can either go in this side or you can go in this side, and you can just draw around your template and then cut it out. And then if you've got any of the pen showing afterwards, you can just pop an iron over it. Look, there it is on there. And then, can you see it? I can scribble all over it there like that. And it goes. It's done. It's absolutely perfect. Make sure you transfer these holes across, and then if you bought the new set, then you'll have a little punch, which I've put. Where did I put it? I put it somewhere safe. Yeah, you could use your little single hole punch on there, or if you've got a leather punch, hole punch, then you will just find where they are on the smallest one and punch out those holes. So that's what you'll do. Okay. And by the way, this technique, if you're looking going, well, of course it's going to work with cork. Right, PU, face down. Let's pop a bit of that on there. Don't know where today's gone, Josh. I was going to be really organised and really do this earlier.
We were doing farm stuff for a very long time.
We were doing farm stuff for a very long time.
Tour an old dilapidated house as well, weren't we?
Oh, it was amazing. We've had a lovely day. The longest part of my day actually was queuing for a parking space at Costco. I'm not going to lie. That I thought I might die there of old age, waiting for a parking space. You can do this more neatly. And I've just got like a long quarter of fabric. Pop that over the top. When it goes onto my PU. And there it is, adhered, and then you can just trim it, cut it, do whatever you need to it. But that is now adhered onto the back there. So you can then cut out your bear from there.
From there?
Cut out your bear from there. I'll do that later. Putting them together is not hard. I would edge coat this, by the way. You saw me the other night, didn't you? I just batch edge coated everything.
Watching film and...
Yeah, and just painting the edges. And then, depending on what sort of colour cork you're using, you don't have to use these. Shall I do these just with a normal... Let me do these with a normal rivet, so that if you haven't... Oh, but I will show you actually. If you are using these ones with the rhinestone rivet, I would get a piece of felt or fabric. I used a bit of velvet. And when you put the eyes in, I would put them into that hole there, face down, onto that so that you don't smash the rhinestone when you hammer. It just protects it.
Yeah.
However, I'm not going to use those, but they are allocated elsewhere. But I will. So you could do these just with, or with silver if you wanted. Do it with silver eyes. Once you've got the rivets, you've got the rivets, haven't you?
Yeah, they are really handy.
Super handy. Should we do these with some little darker eyes?
What was it you said the other morning? I'm going, doing some sewing with a hammer.
Yes, that's Auntie Lizzie says that. She'll warn her other half, John. Do you know what? You know how Emily likes to help? She's always asking, Mummy, can I help? Can I help? Can I help? This morning I was like, yes, because my thumb really hurts putting in rivets at the moment. I bought a mandolin. And I was just...
Or it was.
I was just getting to that stage of mandolining where you go, where is the safety? And I was just looking around for the oh, it'll be that cut. So it's been plastered. You know how awful it looks. You know when you can take an arm out of plaster and you've got all the looks gross, yeah. And it's just, it's a funny shape. That's what happens, isn't it, when you're stupid and do silly things.
Safety third.
Huh?
Safety third.
I don't know where the safety went. Went out the window, didn't it, really? Somewhat. Yep, same with a hammer. There we go. I'd normally do that from the top, but I know that this one is slightly too small. I've put all of my I've got a whole thing of different size ones. But you see, look, so it doesn't have to be, you don't have to use expensive rhinestone ones if your budget doesn't allow. That's absolutely fine. You can just use your normal rivets. And these are really cost effective anyway. And then you're going to put your snap fasteners in. So up on this edge. Let's get the smooth side onto the smooth side, and then your poppery bit on there, and then this pointy one goes into there. Oops. And then this underside bit goes through the nose. And then we flip this and that pokey uppy bit sits into there. So that stops that bit from moving. And then you put the little buttony bit on top. And then you swap out this tool for the one that has a little dome in there that sits over the dome there. Then you wallop that in. And then you flip that over and you put the nose on, and that is your bear starting to form. Then match up your curves there. Oh, talk about curves, I feel really bloated tonight. That curry was delicious, but there was a lot.
There's only 2 of us eating it.
I know, I'm so full. My jeans, I can just feel them straightening. I'm like, "Whoa." And I'm now really thirsty. Never mind. I'll stop whinging in a minute. Yeah. But it was really nice. It was really nice. What I would suggest you do is get a little bit of fabric before we start to sew. And what we're going to do is sew down both sides. Is fold up your fabric, just sew off the end, lift your needle, pop that underneath. You're going to top stitch. So forward and back, and then top stitch down the sides. What that stops is any unsightly bird nesting down the edge there. Okay? This side, lift the needle, pop it under, and all it's done is just take up the tension underneath. So for those of you who haven't tried sewing with cork yet, it sews like butter. It really does though. It's gorgeous to use. Then you can just trim off any.
When we did that show, so many people were saying how nice.
Oh, the
it was to work
NEC?
with.
Yeah. But Josh, that is your Liberty Bear. Absolutely gorgeous. And I would, I would leather edge that. But that is effectively him done.
They've got a lot of personality. They're very cool.
In minutes.
Yeah.
In minutes. If you need presents for a PTA or anything like that.
30 kids.
That's the monkey, isn't it? Like that's the one. That is the one. Right. Okay. Let's start then, because I promised you a couple of different demos. Let's start on tomorrow's make. We will do the lanyard portion of tomorrow's make, because we've got everything out and it's all loaded and. If you've got a 2.5 inch strip, so say you've got one of our Cafe bundles of 2.5 inch strips, then you want to cut it in half. You want a strip, a 2.5 inch strip, about anywhere between 20 and 22 inches. We're not going to get really het up on that. If you're using velvet, it's going to be less, because it's a chunkier fabric. But I did make one out of velvet and I really love it, so you know. If you've got a stripology, whip it out now. And again, this is your scrap busting one. You will see that we have got long quarter bundles, mystery bundles, fat quarter mystery bundles, all on special offers for you, so that you can get making with these.
Some exciting mystery bundles.
I love it. Because you just need to add your fob. Now, selvage edge, absolutely fine. We are going to do these right sides together. On that selvage edge, we are going to sew straight down. Sorry, this way, straight down. And then we're going to sew all the way down that edge, okay? Emily and I were making these this morning. Easter holidays coming up, get them making. Turning through gaps are your friend with this make, by the way. A scantish 1/4 of an inch down here. What does that mean? It means don't make it a generous 1/4 of an inch. Make it a slightly skinny one, if anything. Okay. And then get your turning through tool, which I put somewhere safe.
Pokey stick.
Pokey stick, no, turning through tool, Josh.
Official.
I have got one of these in stock and 10 on the way. You need this in your life. Ready? If you have to turn this through by hand, you will cry. Fact. There are not enough hours. It suddenly becomes a really long make. The end that you sewed.
Oh,
Ta-da!
that's effortless.
When I worked on Sewing Quarter, they used to time me to see how long it would take me to turn through an entire 44 inches. I think 9 seconds was the one. Just chop off that end, you don't need it anymore. And then you're going to get yourself anywhere between 9 and 10 inches of elastic. It's really not a lot. And then, ouch, ooh, this, your bodkin. Okay. If you ever lose your elastic around your pyjamas, this is what you want. Thread it back through. I tend to just sort of make a little pointy shape, clip it, roll that down so it's firmly in place, okay, and then that threads through. But we're not going to thread it through all the way. We're going to just start it off. I try and keep the seam to one side there, okay. Well, this is easier when you have a full thumb, by the way. I have been somewhat hampered by my lack of opposable thumb. Right, so get it to just at that end. I've gone a little bit too far, but that's not the end of the world. Okay, and then just sew across. Keeping the seam on one side, just sew across. It's barely worth changing the camera angle, was it? Go back to here and then thread through the rest of the way. Try and keep it straight. So try and keep, and by the way, you can just keep pulling the end. Now that that end is sewn, look at this, Josh. And then you can just pull that, just slide that down.
I was very impressed when you showed me that.
Okay.
You just made.
And then, shimmy down this end. So you're going to pull through to here. Release that elastic. Cover that end. Careful not to let it disappear.
It's twang off.
Yeah. Bring it round to the other one. Sew across those edges. Just makes it easier. There they are, sewn across. No, I didn't catch the elastic in. Make sure you catch the elastic in. If you don't, sew across again. find it and sew it. Oh no! Just lost me the thread. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Yeah, keep that elastic in place. Ouch. Oh, I want my thumb to work. It makes it, you see, even threading is really, really small. Right, where's that elastic gone? There, it's there. It's just
thumb intensive involved
you
job.
you don't realise, but you do just want. There you go. I'm going to trim that off. Guys, it doesn't. Don't get hit up about it. All right. There is.
New scissors.
Huh?
New scissors.
I haven't showed the new scissors. They're still. Oh, could you run and grab them for me? Sorry, I feel like you're my little runner today. So just trim that nice and flush. If you've got any threads, get rid. So I feel like I've shown you the very worst that can happen, which is you lose the elastic a little bit. Now get your fob. I've got some beautiful new Fiskars scissors. They were sat on the side, and one of the mums came to collect her kid from school, and bought a fifth of my stock in one go. She's like, "Oh, I need these. I need multiples of these," and they went. I was like, "Okay then." Right now, if you do not want any marks or scratches, then get the pliers with that we've got on today, because they've got like a casing on them. Otherwise, if you've got pliers like this, you can always just pop a little bit of fabric over the top. If you're going to do that, what I would say is a couple of things. You're probably going to want to take that off. However, I would struggle to get that back on again with my thumb, don't you know? And the other thing I would say is shut it part of the way, not all of the way. So shut it part of the way. Make sure that you are happy, that everything is level, you've got everything where you want it, you're happy with it. Like I say, if you're using felt, velvet, whatever, pop that on. And then you can squeeze it the rest of the way shut. And that is your elasticated lanyard, made and done. How quick and easy. That's out of a Tilda fabric that I absolutely adore. So that's that. And it just, you know how I'm always juggling with everything, Josh? If I can just have my key ring there, but be able to take it off easily, then that's a winner for me.
Extra hand.
It is like having that extra hand, isn't it? Oh, thank you. I don't know how many. I didn't check the stock before we came to air. But look how pretty these are. Fiskars with a China finish. They're not China, but it's that China design, pottery design. Two richly historic brands, Fiskars and Rostrand, have long filled our homes with joy and beauty in the everyday, and are now delighted to offer scissors with the rich, something florist pattern designed by ceramicist Carolyn Slotty, I don't know, made in Finland and finished and tested by hand. Fiskars have been making blades for over 400 years. If they don't know how to make a blade, don't bother.
Yeah.
They are brilliant, brilliant, brilliant scissors. These are my Moomins version, so if you're wondering what they look like, these are the Moomin versions. Got Papa Moomin on the back there. Or Moomin.
Yeah, there is a special pronunciation.
Yeah. Tuna Fananga, Tilda, told us, we call them Moomies. They don't do the Moomin bit. Yeah. But if you would love these in the blue and the white, they are very, very beautiful. Just love how it all makes me very happy. And it matches my top this morning. So, happy days. There we go. So that is today's show. We've got all of those lovely bundles that are so multi-purpose. They're so, so useful. We have got snap bundles. We have got, so where do I want rivets? We have got rhinestone rivets. We have got, you can use the rhinestone rivets, by the way, if you bought them for the Christmas trees that we did. They would work as well. Mm-hmm. What else? What else? What else? We will make that the rest of that bag tomorrow, and the bag with the beautiful handles. I have to show you these handles.
That's snazzy.
It's beyond snazzy.
Demonstrate the scissors.
And they're my scissors. And I've paired it with velvet.
Ooh.
Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that handle. Berry wit woo. So yeah, join me tomorrow for that, because that is insanely gorgeous. And then obviously Wednesday, like I say, is the sample show. That's how that's looking. Grab your elastic, either with a bodkin or by the meter, because again, these are PTA makes.
Yeah.
They are those quick, easy makes. If you use up your scraps, go for it. Grab your fat quarter bundle. First time we've ever done it with all of those ones. They are limited in stock because I need to get some more gold, because that's flown again. The fob kit with either the 18 fobs and the pliers, or buy the six different colours, all available for you today. So please enjoy those. Stock up, they're great fun. If you don't have, or if the plier ones sell out, you can use a hammer. Just go gently, or a mallet. It's all good, it all works. But thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, lots of love, bye bye.